Hey, have you ever felt super motivated one day, ready to conquer the world, only to find yourself stuck or exhausted a week later? You're not alone. Motivation feels amazing, like a blast of energy and possibility. But here's the harsh truth. Motivation almost always fails. Not because you're lazy or weak, but because motivation itself is misunderstood. Today, we're going to break down why motivation is such a slippery beast, why relying on it is a losing game, and most importantly, what actually works when motivation lets you down. So, if you want to stop riding motivation's roller coaster and start building lasting progress, stick with me, because this is going to change everything. The motivation myth: why it always fails. Motivation is not a reliable fuel for success. Think about motivation like a spark. Bright, exciting, but short-lived. It fires you up, but quickly burns out. Here's why. Motivation is emotional and temporary. It's a feeling, a burst of energy from your brain's reward system. When you set a goal, your brain releases dopamine, making you feel excited and pumped. But that feeling doesn't last. It fades, often faster than you realize. You can't control motivation. You can only prepare for it. Waiting for motivation to strike is like waiting for the perfect weather to go for a run. Sometimes it comes, but often it doesn't, and when it doesn't, you're left stuck. Here's a quick question. Have you ever started a diet or workout plan full of motivation and enthusiasm, only to quit within weeks? Exactly. Chapter 2. What actually drives long-term change? If motivation isn't the answer, then what is? The secret lies in something deeper: habits and systems. Habits are automatic behaviors your brain runs on repeat, without needing emotional energy or motivation. Once formed, habits work for you, even when motivation is low. Think of habits as the autopilot mode of your brain. Instead of deciding every day whether to work out or eat healthy, habits just happen naturally. Systems are the bigger picture: the environment, routines, and processes you design to make habits easier to build and stick to. For example, instead of motivating yourself to exercise daily, create a system where your workout clothes are ready and your schedule blocks prime time for exercise. Here's the game changer. Habits and systems don't require motivation to work. They work in spite of motivation. Chapter 3. The Power of Identity. Let me explain. Motivation tries to push you to act. Go, do this. But identity pulls you to become. For example, I want to run a marathon is a goal. I am a runner is an identity. When your actions align with your identity, behavior changes become effortless. Why? Because your brain wants to be consistent with who you believe you are. So instead of thinking, I want to lose weight, think, I am a healthy person. Instead of, I need to study, think, I am a learner. Your identity fuels persistence far beyond motivation. Chapter 4. Mental Contrasting, the missing ingredient to motivation. Now, this next idea will blow your mind. Pure positive thinking actually makes motivation weaker. Sounds weird, right? But hear me out. Research shows that when you only visualize success, I'm going to crush it, your brain feels good now and loses urgency to take action. It's like celebrating too early. The technique that works better is called mental contrasting, imagining both your desired outcome and the obstacles standing in your way. Here's how to try it. Vividly picture your goal, how it feels, what success looks like. Then identify the biggest obstacles that might stop you. Finally, plan how you'll overcome those obstacles with if-then statements. For example, if I feel tired after work, then I'll do 10 minutes of exercise anyway. This combination keeps motivation real, focused, and ready for action. Chapter 5. Environment Design, your silent motivation partner. Here's a secret most people overlook. Your environment controls much of your behavior, way more than motivation ever will. Imagine trying to eat healthy while your kitchen is stocked with junk food, or trying to focus while your phone buzzes nonstop. Motivation alone can't overcome a bad environment. It's too fragile. Strategic thinkers design their environment to make good choices easy and bad choices harder. Chapter 6. Action trumps motivation. Just start, even if you don't feel like it. Motivation makes you want to start, but the real momentum comes from starting itself. The paradox is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. Ever notice how sometimes you don't feel like doing something, but once you start, you get into flow and actually enjoy it? That's because the brain rewards movement. Starting breaks the inertia, and progress feeds motivation. The key here is to start small. Just 2 minutes of exercise, 1 paragraph of writing, or organizing 1 drawer. Don't wait for motivation. Create it by taking tiny steps. Chapter 7. Emotional regulation. Handling motivation's ups and downs. Motivation is tied to emotions, so it naturally fluctuates. You can't avoid this, but you can learn to manage it. Emotional regulation techniques like mindfulness, breathing exercises, and the 92-second rule, noticing feelings and letting them pass, help you stay steady when motivation dips. Remember, motivation is temporary. Feelings come and go. What matters is not being controlled by them, but learning to act regardless. Chapter 8. Accountability and social support. Building external systems. Sometimes the best way to overcome motivation's limits is by tapping into others. Accountability partners, groups, coaches, or friends can keep you moving when your internal drive falters. Sharing goals publicly or having regular check-ins creates external motivation and social pressure that supplements your internal system. Humans are social creatures. Use that to your advantage. Chapter 9. Embrace progress, not perfection. One big reason motivation fades is because we expect instant results. When change is slow or imperfect, motivation dries up. Instead, focus on progress over perfection. Celebrate small wins, track consistency, and be patient with setbacks. Motivation doesn't have to be your driver. By focusing on habits, identity, environment design, action, and support systems, you build a life that moves forward with or without motivation. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Start designing your systems, your identity, and your environment today. Because when motivation fades, your habits keep going. And that's what real success looks like. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights that actually help you win at life, not just feel good for a moment. What's one habit or system you'll build today? Let me know in the comments.